What do you mean by parameter? Parameter. Another term is argument. Another term is argument. Okay? Yeah. What do you mean by parameter? You know the simple parenthesis? Okay? Parameter means value or values provided in the parenthesis. This is what parameters are. Okay? X and Y are parameters because these are enclosed in parenthesis. Okay? Then argument. It's another terminology for parameter. Okay? Yeah. Let's see what actually parameters and arguments are. With the help of an example, we can define the same function. Okay? Function used to add two numbers. Okay? Yeah. So how? Def add. Okay? X comma y. Then what should be the function definition or the body? Yes, it is add equal to, yes, x plus y. Okay, x plus y. Then we can return what? Add, right? We can return add. Actually, this return the control to or the value to the calling function. Okay, so you have to call the function. So the calling is add, and at the time you have to pass two values, 10 comma 20, which should be assigned to a variable a. Okay, and we are printing this a out for the result. Okay, yeah. So here we can see two variables, x and y, and these are called parameters. Okay, x and y are called parameters, and 10 and 20 are called arguments. There is slight difference between arguments and parameters. Okay, that is, parameters are the values provided in the function header or function header part of the function definition, and arguments are the values provided in the function calling. That's the difference. Okay, but we can use it interchangeably. Parameters are the values provided in the function definition, and arguments are the values provided in the function call. Okay, and this is our calling function and this is our call function. Okay, and we have one more terminology for this argument, that is, here 10 and 20 are called actual argument, and x and y are called formal argument. Or we can say what? X and y are formal parameters or formal arguments, and 10 and 20 are actual parameters or actual arguments. Okay, so what do you mean by actual argument? Yes, arguments provided in the function calling statement. And what are formal parameters? Parameters provided in the function definition, or arguments provided in the function definition. Okay, yeah. So this is what passing parameters to function is. We have already seen the working of what passing parameters to function in our previous programs. Okay, here 10 and 20 are the actual parameters, and these two values will be passed to formal parameters. 10, that's the first value we are passing, and this will be assigned to x, and the second value 20 will be assigned to y. Okay, then x and y works on 10 and 20. So x plus y, that is 10 plus 20, 30 will be assigned to add, and we are returning 30. The value of add is 30, and that value is assigned to a, that is a gets 30. Okay, this is how we can pass arguments or parameters to a function. Okay, another important property of passing parameters to function is when we pass immutable types like numbers or strings, function cannot modify the values because these are immutable. Okay, we cannot change it, so even the function cannot change the values. Okay, but mutable types like list or dictionary, function can modify the values. It's very simple. Okay, that is, a function cannot modify immutable data types, and function can modify mutable types. Okay, let's see some more examples. Of what? Passing parameters to function. Okay, we can define a function product which takes two parameters x and y. Okay, which takes two parameters x and y, then return x into y. Return x into y. Is there any problem with the statement? No, there is no problem, because x and y will have values. We will pass the values at the time of calling the function, and it works on the pass values, so it can return x into y. Okay, there is no issue in this block of code. Okay, let's see another example. X plus 1 comma y. Def product x plus 1 comma y, then return x into y. Is there any problem? Yes. X plus 1 is invalid because it is a kind of manipulation. We cannot perform any kind of manipulation in the function header part. Okay, actually function body is for performing manipulations or calculations, so it is an invalid statement. Okay, so it is wrong. Okay, another statement, 5 comma b. Is there any problem? Yes, here these are what? Literals. Okay, so a function cannot receive, or formal parameters cannot be literals. Okay, so this is also a wrong statement. Okay, I think you understand what kind of values can be passed and what kind of values should be received. Okay, means what kind of values can be actual parameters and what can be formal parameters. Okay, then we can see some variations of functions. Okay, some variations. We can define 4 functions. Okay, def, we can have the function name f1 taking one parameter. Okay, colon, then return x into x minus 1. Okay, this is called one-to-one mapping. One-to-one mapping. It's simple. It takes only one parameter. At the time of calling the function also, we will pass only one parameter. Okay, meaning one-to-one mapping means one actual parameter is, or actual argument is passed to one formal parameter. Okay, it's very simple. Or in other words, we can say a function that is having only one argument or parameter is called one-to-one mapping. Okay, yeah. We can see another one that takes two parameters, f2, def f2, then x comma y, then it returned x into y. Okay, here it takes two parameters, or we can have two operations. Okay, we can have two operations, add equal to x plus y, diff equal to x minus y. Okay, then we can return both add and diff. We can return both add and diff. Okay, so here is an example for function what receiving or having two formal parameters. Okay, here we have x and y. In the first case we had only one. Okay, in the second case we have two parameters, and function return two values, that is two results, add and diff. Okay, and we can have another one as our third function, def f3 does not take any parameter. Okay, we have only one statement, print. What print? We are printing something high. Okay, we are printing high. Okay, so here the function f3 does not take any parameter or argument. Okay, it simply prints what? High. Okay, and how can we call the function? f3. That's it. Okay, how can you call the first function? Hope you remember the first function, right? Okay, how can you call it? What was the first variation of functions? It is one-to-one mapping, right? We had a function f1 taking one parameter, that is x, and which returns x into x minus 1. Okay, what will be the calling statement? It is f1. How many parameters should be passed? How many arguments should be passed? Only one. Okay, that is 3. 3. So it works on 3 into 3 minus 1, that is 2. 3 into 2, 6. Okay, so here is a function calling statement of first function, one-to-one mapping. Function having single parameter. Okay, how can you call the second function? We had our second function with 2 parameters. Okay, so it will be f2 10, 20 or 100, 20. Okay, 100, 20, and there we had 2 parameters x and y. X gets 100 and y gets 20. Okay, then addition 120, subtraction 80. Okay, which return both the results to the calling function. Okay, and we had seen the third one also, and we have another one, another most important one. So last function, def f4. Okay, x comma a equal to 1, x comma a equal to 1. Okay, then we can have the definition as what? A return a into x into 2. A into x into 2. What is x into 2? It's raised to. Okay, to the power of a, x to the power of 2, x to the power 2. Okay, and how can you call the function? Here we have 2 parameters, x and a, but we can see a change in a. A is already having a value, that is 1. Okay, this is called default parameter or default argument. Okay, default argument or default parameter. What do you mean by default? Already present in. Okay, so here a is having a value 1. We are initializing a with 1. Okay, then how can you call the function? F4, yeah, 2. Okay, F4 2. Will it work with single argument? Yes, because the first our only argument, that is 2 will be passed to x. Okay, x gets 2. Okay, then what will be the value of a? We have a default value in a, that is 1. Okay, then it is a into, what is the value of a? It is 1. 1 into what? X into 2. What is the value of x? That is 2. 2 raised to 2. That is 4. 1 into 4, 4. Okay, that is x raised to 2. Here the value of x is 2. Then x to the power 2, that is 4. 1 into 4, that is 4. 4 will be returned to the calling function. Okay, so it is another flexibility in programming. Here we have 2 formal parameters, but at the time of calling the function we are passing only 1. Okay, so even if we have only one parameter at the one argument at the time of calling the function, and with 2 formal parameters, function works smoothly. Okay, because the second is defined as what? Default parameter or default argument. Okay, plus you can pass 2 values, and suppose we are passing one more value, 2. The default value of a is 1, and that 1 will be replaced by the second value. That's it. Okay, it is very simple. So these are the variations of function. Okay, first we have seen a one-to-one mapping, a function that takes only one value. Second, with 2 values and returns 2 results or outputs. Okay, 2 variables. And the third, having no parameters. And the fourth is having default argument or default parameter. Okay, default argument means a variable or a formal parameter is initialized with a predefined value. Okay, here it is 1, and we have seen the working of default parameter function. Okay, that is when we pass only one value, that is 2 will be assigned to x, and a is taking its default value. Okay, so these are all about passing parameters to functions. Okay, let's have a quick revision on passing value or parameters to function. Actually, what are parameters? Parameters are the values provided in the function definition or in the function header, and arguments are the values provided in the function calling statement. Okay, there are two components, one is calling function and another one is call function. At the time of passing parameters or values or arguments, values from what function calling statement is passed to function definition part. Okay, function definition or function what parameters are working with the values passed from the calling function. Okay, and we have seen variations of function, one-to-one, having two what parameters, having no parameters, and having default parameters. So these are the different ways to define functions. We have seen the first one in our previous example, in our previous class, that is void function, a function having no return type, okay, or return value, a function that does not return anything. Okay, that's it. Okay, second, function returning value, that is a function can return single value or multiple values. Okay, and the last one is passing parameters to function. All these topics are very important, as these are the ways to define functions. Okay, we have to use it anyway, so you just go through it seriously and thoroughly, and if you have any doubt you can ask me. We can interact, okay, in our interaction session. Okay, put your queries. And so this is all about for today, about function definition. Okay, so thank you for watching. Have a nice time.